Disclaimer, this video is made for an adult audience. What's the upside, my dear adult fans of Lego Soul Brick in the house? And I'm standing here in my custom Lego town called Soul Town, down by the river. That's where I want to be. So underneath the airport I have an underground river system going. And I want to switch that to a train station instead. It's going to be a train station combined with a subway station. So there's going to be two rail tracks in parallel here, and it's just going to be this deep because I mean it's a wall back here. Basically, this is just a display stand for some locomotives and subway cars and stuff like that I can switch out easily. So I'm gonna raise this a bit, make it a little bit taller, and hopefully there will be some room over here on the side to have a little bat cave for Batwoman. And I'm gonna use pieces from this hidden side set to make the subway car and to make it like the tunnels. It's probably gonna be black bricks behind here just to simulate that the tunnels are deeper than they are, because I don't want to drill a hole into my neighbor's apartment. Well, I want to, but they don't want to. By the way, happy Easter. Support Solbrick's Lego addiction by subscribing. First order of business is of course just to remove everything. Let's put that aside for the time being, and then we're going to place this back again, of course. Let's see, I think this is pretty easy to loosen up. So this is where I had my super plate that I built. A lot of plates, so I'm gonna remove that and basically rip everything out here and get a fresh new start. And if you weren't amongst those who saw my video about how I did this, this is the inside of the underground water system. So it was pretty open, easy to just rip this apart now. And underneath the river I had some of these kind of thicker bricks and or plates, and I have rolled plates, and then underneath is the shelf itself, the wooden shelf, and I used some books in the right size underneath here so that I didn't use up a lot of bricks that I don't really have. So it's a pretty easy fix here. And now I'm actually going to utilize the whole space all the way down here. So this will be the base instead. Well, not exactly these rolled plates. I'm going to use some other plates with more studs that I can build upon. So there I actually gain 3 bricks in height here. So that's good. And the entrance to this subway train station is going to be here. So this wall it needs to be removed. This is how this looks bare naked, and as you can see there are some more books underneath there holding this up. And the reason why this is on a higher up level is just because so that it matches this drawer here. Okay, so I built this little section where this is going to be the entrance, and put that sign instead, that gaping hole that was in the original set, and here it's going to be like a little staircase down to the platform in here. So that's going to go in here pretty much like so. Yeah, I've plated this out now, so it goes a little bit back here, and that's where basically the train stops, and behind there is where the black bricks are gonna be. And I'm thinking of I don't know, having some sort of like sewer pipe thing here that's going to be the like secret entrance to the bat cave for Batwoman, and have some sort of a mechanism that hides this, or maybe it should be this way, or something like so. So I think this looks pretty cool, and this is just like plates that I never use because of the way the colors looks. The black back wall is in place, and I kept the Enderman face there, a bit eerie looking at us. So I think this will sell the illusion when everything else is in place. And I put on these platforms here in light gray, and I worked a little bit on the exit slash entrance there, and I decided to go with metal rails here because this is where the subway is gonna go, and this is where the train is gonna go. And the train is usually diesel or steam engines. As you can see, the tracks don't extend the whole way in there because of these joints there, and well, because I just put those walls down there instead. But I'm going to cheat a bit and just create a little bit of an optic illusion here and put in these panel pieces. I call this fake it till you make it. Okay, so it looks kind of good from some angles, but of course we're gonna have trains in the way here, so I think that really works. I've also reworked this little side building on the side. I guess that's some sort of a pun, but it fell off when I put it here, so that's why I put this chimney in here, so it has just a little bit more studs to attach to. And look at that old just 1 by 2 1 by 1 by 2 window I found. I didn't know that I had it. So it's like half of those classic pieces, so that's probably from the 70s, I guess. And I'm going to raise it. This used to be down here, but I'm going to have it a bit higher up with these like stole looking pieces, because I think this looks a bit more fun, and it adds some more interesting detailing. So let's just pop that in. It's going to be like so, a bit off-centered there. And a fun thing here is that it looks more like it's levitating or floating on air than before when I had a wall behind there. So I'm really happy with that result. And to get from this platform to that one for the subway, you're not allowed to cross the rail tracks. And so I'm going to fake a little staircase down here, and you can imagine that you go underneath and you come up on this side instead. So let's work on that. We can start on the subway side where I made this little piece, and well, it's not perfect because this is just 2 studs in there, but I don't know, we have to pretend a bit here. So that's in place, and I'm gonna use this clock build behind here, and then I'm gonna put a bracket here and this station sign. So when you come from here, you understand that if you go down here, you're gonna get to the train station side of this area. I'm gonna pop in a little bit more of that black background. Super hard for me to say. I want to say background, but I guess that's not correct. So, and with a little arch there to make that look a bit nicer. And something that's really common in the subways in Stockholm, where I grew up, is that all stations have some sort of artwork. So this artwork is gonna go in here, and it's a symbol of the different passengers and the people of the world gathering and standing a bit too close to each other. And a nice arch over that. And let's pop a little tile in there and a fence piece so people don't fall down. Same on this side. And here we're gonna use this sign, a symbol for subway. And I'm gonna put in this news screen thingy. It's pretty popular to have large screens with advertisements and news on train stations, I guess. And here's like a ticket machine for your train tickets. Goes in there. And then I made this little booth thing here for the subway tickets. So there's a clerk that's going to be sitting in there. And here she is, Clerky Clarkson. And let's place her here. And this part. Like so. And I have these pieces. That's for departures and arrivals. You can go to Berlin, London, Copenhagen, Legoland, and Madrid, the airport, Lisbon, Dublin, Amsterdam, and Paris. So that's pretty cool. That's gonna go on top of here. And here's the map over the train system. That's gonna go in here. So, and on top of here I'm gonna have these arches. So we can get some more light in here. And over here we're gonna have this shield with a lion from the old classic theme. It's going down there. And next to it we're gonna have these stonework lions. And of course there's an air conditioning unit up there. So you get a good ventilation in the station. And then I made this piece. This is where you're gonna scan your Metro card, and it's in green, but because I don't have it in any other color, at least I couldn't find any pieces in another color. This is the thing that turns around when you go through here. So that's gonna be here. So that looks pretty fancy. Here is the support. That's gonna be here. I like this piece. It's a bit industrial, rough looking, like a steel beam. And the clock there as well. Usually there's too few clocks, I think, at stations. I'm always looking for clocks. I only had 3 in brown left, so that's gonna be black. You're probably not going to see it. I made this trash bin. Put that in there so you can throw away your gum. And there's gonna be a little bat sitting on here. You know what? I know a lot of people love eating bats. It tastes good, what can I say? But please, if possible, refrain from eating bats. It's not gonna go well for you, okay? Don't do it. Speaking of gum, here's a nice selection of gums that people for some reason miss to put in the bin, even though it's clearly here. So just place that around here. I'm not saying that this is something that bugs me in real life, that people are assholes, but it's gonna look fun in my display, I think. Should be here or here? Here. That was a close one. So for this wall, I just popped in 3 of these sections from that Hidden Side set. And I realized that they're not sewer tunnels, they're more like some sort of maintenance tunnels. But I mean, what's the difference between a sewer and a subway system? At least in Stockholm, I mean, I'm not going to go into details. But this is kind of like the frame for this front section here. It's going to be like the peak hole into our little train system when everything is closed up. And I want to make that large plate a bit wider so it fits the base plate for the airport, the landing pad. So it's going to be easy to just lift up like a lid. Hopefully I will make that work. So it's going to be like a frame here for that to sit on and easily just be able to pop that up whenever I want to look down here or film something. I just realized the thing that if you take off the pants or the legs of a minifig and just pop it down like that, it kind of like gives the illusion of it being deeper over there. I'm sure you could experiment a lot with this kind of illusion. Let's see if we put this fence in here. I mean, yeah, someone's coming up from there. Totally sells the illusion, I think. This is turning out really lovely. I have those fences in the arch pieces here. Just need to dust them off a bit. I use this kind of brush that's for watercolors. I've attached this arch like so, so this will be a little bit more sturdy and in place, and it will be even more sturdy when I put some other bricks here. Now I did find one more of these in that kind of brown, and I decided to use the darker brown here in the front instead, so I think that will look pretty nice. And I've been working a lot on this wall section here, making it a bit taller and putting in all these kind of pipes and tubes and whatnot, that kind of nonsense. And a little rat there, and what more? Yeah, we have this little work area for the train operators. And here she is, Veronica Worker. So she can sit in here in the control room, looking at all her screens and buttons and whatnot. And she has a little window there where she can poke out, see that everything is in order, that the bubble gums are in place. And she has a little door as well to get in there. And back here there's just like a lot of bricks. I don't know what's going on there. So maybe more bricks than I needed, but I want this to be pretty secure for the airport layer. And this is pretty secure now, at least here. There's something weird going on. It looks pretty straight here, but I would say that this is probably one plate higher up than there, but I've been like matching them here and I can't figure it out, so I'm gonna just continue working around here the whole frame and see how it matches here in the end. So that's what's gonna be going on. Now, oh, someone forgot or lost their little teddy bear. Oh, I made this vending machine for soda or lemonade, or what that is, in those disposable cups, and of course a little very well disguised spider on top of there. Back here there's some it's the cooling system, I guess, and it's gonna be standing here on this very narrow platform. It's still pretty secure, I would say. And I'm kind of dreading this area because this wall used to be here before when the underground river was here. So now nothing really matches. Like this is on one height, this is, I guess it's from this part there's 2 plates up to that one, but it's 1 plate to that one, and down here that's 1 plate higher than that, but that matches that side. So yeesh, but I'm just gonna keep on keeping on and keep my spirits high. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how this goes in. I'm not scared. I'm terrified. Let's see. Yeah. Well, that's great success. I'm baffled actually that this went so well. I'm gonna leave this part a bit unfinished here because I'm gonna work on that Batcave later. Not in this video, I guarantee. And can we still fit our little airport? Oh yes, we can. That should be like so. And the flowers goes back there. This is turning out rather than not. That's good. I built this wall section there, and here's the staircase or the skeleton of it. As you can see, those are like those regular pre-made stairs, just 2 of them that we get from Lego. Now I'm just gonna try to squeeze this in here like so. That went well. And let's put in a happy little minifig going down the stairs. Oh, she's so happy. I'm gonna show you something else. I'm almost forgetting about the subway car that I made. I only made one of these because I don't have more pieces in this color. And I only have one more of those black doors. And I can't really fit more. Well, maybe I could fit two. Maybe. So let's put that in here. Alright, I think this looks rather smashing, to be honest with you guys. And the Enderman peeking out there. Pretty nice, a lot of detailing going on in there. Let's have some handheld action. So we get a little bit of different views here. That looks super cool. Now I haven't done anything to these holes here, because I'm going to figure that out later when I do the Batcave. Probably going to have some sort of advertisement or something in those who are not, or maybe all of them. But one of them are going to be like a hidden door, as I mentioned before. Man, oh man. The title of this video is going to be "This mock nearly destroyed me," because the truth is that I was attending a Easter dinner earlier today, and there was a lot of aquavit and something called fireball or something, and wine and whatnot. And I'm starting to get a hangover, I'm telling you. With that said, remember to drink a lot of water, stay out of the nonsense, stay awesome, and please subscribe.